Okay, I want y'all to really listen to me. I want to make sure I explain this and explain it in good detail. Welcome to 59 Seconds a Game. This is international reggae dancehall artist, No Fear. Half of the dynamic duo Contraband, a reggae hip hop live band. And what I'm doing today is busting down some information that I gave. I explained how Old Town Road became such a huge success, and now I want to explain what I was getting into in more definitive detail because I was asked a lot of questions, and I get a lot more DMs. A lot more you guys won't comment, but y'all hit me in the DM because we kind of built that relationship as we go. People are like, nah, I'll just hit him up. I'll talk to him one on one. So I've been busting it down for so much people. I figured let me go back in and let me explain some stuff. Now, I've always been telling you that we're in the music consumption game. We're no longer in the artist making music game for fan. We're in the consumption business. Music is consumed at an all-time high rate. I explained that before. That doesn't mean that people are sticking to one record for a longer time or playing a particular record for a longer time. That means the consumption of music. People are willing to listen to a whole lot more music. And it's all now disposable. You know what I mean? Like a record used to stay on the top of the charts for what? Maybe 8, 12, 16 weeks. It may be at the top of the charts for 2 weeks, if that. You feel me? So the music is consistently being changed out and coming in and out. Now, one of the main things I want to clear up is I always said you need to work 3 records. But I'm not telling you that you should only record 3 records. You should consistently continue to record, but you need to have 3 records that people are going to have a signature on. They know that these records is what you're going to perform. So when you go to these open mics and you go to these sessions, you got 3 records that these are the records that I'm perfecting, that I'm giving to the world, that I'm performing, I'm going to knock down. But you have to consistently keep on recording. Gone are the days where you're going to hear about even major label artists coming out and say they did all 5, 10, had a wonderful career, they had 10 albums. Ain't going to be good enough. Spotify alone right now is currently uploading over 20,000 records per day. In a 5-day space, they're doing over 100,000. You know what I mean? So if they're doing over 20,000, we can safely say they're doing over 1 million new records are being uploaded monthly. How can you compete with that? You think you could have a 5-song, or you did 12 songs or 20 songs in your whole career and that's good enough? Even if you had a major label push on it, it's only relevant for so long. It's only going to be predominant for so long. It's only going to be in the top space for so long. You see what I'm saying? Because there's so much new music coming in, and the independent music game is so much larger right now. I just read yesterday that the independent music business alone brought in $1.2 billion last year. And if you're an independent artist, you're saying, well, damn, where's my cut? Because I keep on making this music. I'm going to tell you where you guys have been going wrong. Listen to me and listen to me well. A lot more major labels are creating lower platforms to bring independent artists in because there's a value in what we do now. We have a couple of issues that we have to work over to see a lot more money, to make that independent number larger. One of the first issues is you can't be specific to your genre only. You have to have a vast reach in different genres. You have to be willing to work with a whole bunch of other artists. Gone are the days is I'm the hottest nigga, stay out of my way, watch how I work. You can't do it. It doesn't work that way anymore. This is why. For you to stay competitive, you have to put out a whole bunch of records. So right now you need to form an alliance with maybe, I would say, no less than, you should be at least 10. I would like to have 50 artists that I just work with all the time. You know what I mean? Because my new goal going forward is to release 50 records a month. I can't release 50 records a month on my own. Even if all I did was record all day, to be creative and make good records, 50 of them every month would be, it's on the hard side. I could say I probably could safely do 15 because I may, some days you feel super creative. Sometimes you need somebody else in the studio to help you creative. Some days you feel like you could just rap your ass off, or I could do my reggae shit all day and I could knock a whole bunch of songs off. Some days I'm at a jam. Some days I just can't, you know what I mean? And some days I'm in a slump, and then there's life. There's things that you have to deal with and shit like that happens. So if you have a team of y'all recording, then you can consistently have music in that space. So if we're in the music consumption business, that means consumption means it's taken in at a large volume, right? If you have music in different genre spaces, what you're doing is welcoming new fans that potentially wouldn't play your music. You know what I mean? They wouldn't just play your music on a regular basis because of who you are and because of, if I'm a reggae artist, somebody who like country music wouldn't just go and say, let me go check out what's the new reggae song of the week or whatever. You see what I'm saying? But if I did a record with a country artist, then they would listen to my music like, yo, I like this dude. Let me check out and see some of his other stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So one thing I need y'all to also to do, period, just put it in your mind. You cannot be specific to no genre. You do music if the dude is lit, if the music is hot, if the person is banging in their native tongue, you want to get on that. You don't even think about genres anymore. You're doing records, you're doing songs, you're making material to put out. Second thing you need to do is get rid of the segregation in this music shit. You got to start working with people across the board. You just can't be the nicest dude in your town. You just can't be the nicest dude where you from. You just can't be the nicest person from here and there. That's not good enough. You need a whole bunch of nice people now because this is now an assembly line. It's a machine. You got to be spitting out these songs. You got to get these beats, lace them, get them mixed, mastered, and going out. You got to have a vast catalog. It's not going to be okay enough for somebody to have a music career where they did 10 albums. Most label artists may do 3-4 albums, and that was a good career. They made, some make it to 10, and that's a great career. That ain't going to be good enough. You're going to have a catalog of music, I would say at least 1,000 songs. Period. Because this is the other thing that I wanted to touch on. Let's think about it, and we're in a volume business, right? So let's say no marketing, no promotion, no nothing, you dropped over 1,000 records. And let's just say you have 1,000 records on the market space. And I know with no promotions and no marketing, when I used to release records and just hope that people were going to go buy it, or I was sharing it on my Facebook and being fucking annoying to people, I figured out one thing. And that one thing that I figured out was I would vicariously get over 1,000 streams in any particular song. You know what I mean? I have songs that would make up to 1,000 streams. However, from 500 from this one, 200 from this one, this from that one, this from that one. There would always be streams on my record. Think about it on this way. If you had 1,000 songs and each one of those 1,000 songs had streams on it, it would be 100,000 streams. Now, streaming is only at about 50%, 55, 60% penetration. I don't even think of it as that large. But let's just say it's at 50% penetration, meaning that about 50% of the people who have the ability to stream, out of the 100% that have the ability to stream, only about 50% of the people are doing it. Once that number gets higher, the streaming gets higher, the revenue dollars are going to be higher. And even if the revenue dollars ain't higher, the consumption rate is going to be twice as high. So just vicariously passing your music with no marketing promotion, there would be a check for you. You feel me? So you now have to mass a large quantity of records. You have to have a big catalog of music out there. You have to put out a whole bunch of music. The ones who are sitting there making these mixtapes that they can't monetize, I'm sorry for you. You're just going to be wasting. You're going to be losing a lot of money. A lot of you cats put out tapes all the time, 4 or 5 tapes a year. If none of these records are not able to be monetized, they're just gone with the wind. Waste of time, waste of work. You need to start making sure this music is uploaded on a platform where you can monetize it for years to come. That's the big thing. So you want to have a large catalog. So me personally, I'm putting out this PSA right now. I want to work with every and anybody who wants me on their record. Period. If you fire, I'm down to do the record with you. Second of all, I want to have at least 10 artists that's working with the team. We don't sign artists, we team up. You know what I mean? I want to work my way from 10 to 50. Let's go out there, let's get it. That's what's going on. That's where this business is at. That's where you need to be. You have just been given 59 seconds a game. Now use it wisely.